Hey, so still recovering from a surgery I had last Friday here. It was less than a week ago. And so I thought it maybe be a good time, since it's on my mind, to share with you guys some of the other injuries I've had besides the head trauma. Um, so it started, I think it was like seventh grade. Um, I think it was a football injury, and ended up breaking my leg, and I got a spiral fracture and tearing ligaments in my ankle. And from what I understand, that happened because it was during a practice, and I had planted my foot when I was getting tackled, and my body twisted, but my foot didn't. So that's how I got the spiral fracture in there. Um, Then, just before starting high school is when I had the traumatic brain injury, the motorcycle accident. That one was the worst. And then ended up having another TBI that winter. Um, hit my head playing basketball. Hit my head on the back of hit the back of my head on the gym floor. Got hit in midair and fell. And see if I get the timeline right here. And then I think sophomore year, it was another football injury. That was again my leg. That one was a compression fracture. So what happened was a guy tackled me and jumped on my back, and my leg ended up buckling underneath me. And so I got a compression fracture up top. It's just going straight down, and then tore my LCL on the outside here. And then, that was sophomore year. I want to say I had another TBI. It was another dirt bike crash. Just before the summer, or the beginning of that summer. And all of the TBIs I ended up losing consciousness on. And then decided not to play football my junior year because I wanted to stay healthy, and I ended up blowing out my ACL completely playing basketball. And so I ended up having surgery on that. And that was, they did the ACL and the meniscus. And then so I think senior year, I ended up getting another TBI from a motorcycle crash. And then, a year later or so, is when I injured my wrist. That was from basketball, landing on it, and then also sliding down on a dirt bike, just kind of jamming my wrist. And what I did was I tore ligaments in right up here in my wrist, and to relieve the pressure off that so that it could heal, what they did was they shortened the ulnar over here. So they cut it and shortened it a little bit, put a 4-inch plate in there, and then 7 screws. And that's actually what I just had removed. So, it's been there a while, but it's been bugging me. So I finally had that plate removed and the screws. And then the other one was, again, the knee. What I ended up rupturing my patellar tendon, so the tendon that connects to your knee and then basically your shin bone. Snapped that, and that was a fun one. And I still am recovering from that as far as trying to rebuild the muscle mass. That was a couple years ago. And that was a pretty major surgery as far as, I've got like a 6-inch scar run down my knee from that. And then I forgot, when I had the bad motorcycle crash in 2004, just before high school. I broke about an inch, half inch or an inch piece of bone off my jaw. And then I broke my nose, and I ended up having to have reconstructive surgery on the nose. It was kind of funny. The piece I broke was right down here in the middle, and so my nose was like a ski jump because I was missing this piece in the middle. Um, and so that piece had broken off and was down in my air passageway. I don't remember which side it was on, but so I had to have reconstructive surgery on that, and that was the December of 2004. So all in all, broke my leg twice, tore ligaments in my ankle, multiple ligaments in my knee, ligaments in my wrist. I guess kind of a broken bone. They cut it, but had surgery on that. I think I've had, the jaw and the nose, and then the head injuries. I think this is the 5th surgery, because I had one on my nose, I had 2 on my knee, and now 2 on my wrist. So that's 5. Anyways, just like I said, since I'm healing up from this last one, it was kind of on my mind. Figured I could share it with you guys, just let you know some of the stuff that I've been through. Let me know if you guys have had any surgeries or been through any injuries or stuff. I'd love to hear your stories too.